Along with the screen printing process here at Hardhits, there's also the embroidery process, and these are two different machines, right? There's this one here.
That's a Tajima machine. That was our first one. It only does one at a time.
One color at a time.
No, it does one garment at a time.
Oh.
It's a 15 color machine.
And
so
then
I can do up to 15 colors on that machine. You wouldn't do 15 colors. The reason it's 15 is just so you don't have to continue to switch out.
reload and yeah, got it.
This one here, I can stitch 6 at a time. I can stitch 1 at a time. I can turn each one of these heads on and off for whatever reason. And then, like when you set up the design, you set up the design through the machine. Ooh. You select the colors by selecting which needle you want to stitch. So by selecting needle 1, I'm selecting black. Before we ever stitch anything, we always go to and trace it. And that makes sure that we don't mess up our machine. By tracing it, it shows you where it's going to be stitching, the edges of it, so you don't accidentally hit this hoop. Because if you hit that hoop, you're in for a long day. Because you're definitely going to break a needle, you might break a presser foot, you might break something else, and breaking things isn't good, because fixing them is even harder.
And expensive.
And expensive, yeah.
Now you have a wide variety of colors here. What if a client had a specific shade of PMS? Would you be able to match that?
Yeah, we pretty much match everything. We try to match it to whatever we have in our shop. We've got tons of thread colors. I've got thread books up front with more options to it. A PMS color doesn't necessarily translate to a thread color exactly. Because there's a dye making this as opposed to ink, which makes the PMS.
Right.
So it's not exact. A lot of the bigger companies have set thread colors that they already use. So then once you get your design set up, I've just got some backing here to let it run. You just hit start and the machine, all the work's done in the software up front. What it's doing so you can follow it for whatever reason if you needed to. So this design is about 7,000 stitches, so this will take roughly about 7 minutes to stitch out.
Wow.
That's why we have 6 of them.
Yeah.
Because if I can run 6 at a time, I get 6 done at a time. 7 minutes really isn't bad, you get 6 shirts done at a time.
Got it.
So, depending on, I can change the speed on the machine to run faster or slower. I keep it at the speed it is. I'd rather it run slower and have less thread breaks than run faster and have more thread breaks. This one down there is laying an underlace, an under base first. That way if you're stitching on like a polo or a piqué cotton, it smushes down the material first with that little bit of thread and then stitches on top of there. And that way you don't have any fabric show through your logo. Normally this would be a shirt or whatever, so you'd pop off the this, you'd have your design left, and then you would just go through and trim whatever little trims are left from the machine, so it'd be ready to go.
Pretty good.
So.